Dr. Jonathan Key, and it's my privilege to welcome you to Introduction to Ministry. I'm so glad that you're joining us for this journey, and I'm so glad to be a part of your journey on this course. I want to introduce you to the textbooks and give you just a little bit of an idea of what we're going to be doing, but let me tell you a little bit about myself first. I have the privilege of serving here at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary as the assistant to our president, Dr. Chuck Kelly, as well as the director of student enlistment. My hope is that maybe I've even met some of you during one of our preview events or during a campus visit. If at any time you have the opportunity to visit the campus again, make sure you pull me aside, reintroduce yourself, because I'd love to have a chance to visit with you again. Introduction to Ministry, I began teaching last year, had the opportunity to kind of dive in and learn as I go, and I'm still developing the class, so I hope you'll be patient with me, hope you'll be gracious with me, especially as I dive into this adventure of online learning. It's a little new to me, so I appreciate your grace, appreciate your patience, and I'm thankful for you already. Let me point out just a couple of the things that we'll be working with, a couple of the resources, the textbooks that you'll need. Equipped for Good Work by Dr. Joe Coffin and by Dr. Jerry Barlow. That's going to be one of our textbooks. This is very informative. It's very practical, especially for those of you who are feeling a call to maybe pastor or an associate minister, associate pastor of some sort. Second book is The Purpose-Driven Church by Rick Warren. You may have heard of The Purpose-Driven Life, but there's also a Purpose-Driven Church. We're going to be walking through this. Again, very practical. Both are easy reads. Matter of fact, all three of our textbooks this semester are easy reads, and I've done that purposely. The third one is what's going to kick us off as we begin our journey together. Dr. Jeff Orge, who is the president of Gateway, which was formerly Golden Gate Seminary, has several good resources. I'll point out another one in just a moment. But this one is God Calling Me? And I want to use this book to kind of launch into an overview of what we're going to be discussing in this first unit. In this first unit, we're going to be talking about two things, calling and character. In their book, The New Pastor's Guide, Dr. Mac Brunson and Dr. James Bryant say that your calling is second only to your conversion. The assurance of your conversion and the assurance of your calling are what's going to keep you going in ministry. All through these videos, through the course of the semester, I'm going to be showing you some resources. I'm a book guy. I love to read. I love resources. I think resources and building your library is important. You don't have to buy all of these, but just letting you know some of these resources, that new guidebook for pastors. But they talk about our calling and our character being the foundational principles, so that's what we're going to cover in Unit 1. A couple of things I want to put in front of you again. Another Dr. Jeff Orge book, The Character of Leadership. We talk about our calling, the assurance of what God has called us to do, and hopefully through this semester, through this journey, you'll be able to kind of pinpoint and articulate the calling that God has placed on your life. And Is God Calling Me? We're actually going to talk about the definition of a calling, and hopefully one of the first things that you'll be able to do is apply that to your own life. But we talk about calling, we build on that calling, we need to talk about our character. The character of leadership is 9 qualities that define great leaders. You may not consider yourself a leader, but the reality is you have influence. You have influence in the people that you serve under, you have influence over the people that serve under you, and you have influence all around you. And so we need to talk about those 9 qualities of every leader. Another book I want to just put in front of you, because we're going to be talking a lot about character throughout the semester, not just in this first unit. It's a book by Bill Hybels, who's the pastor of Willow Creek Community Church in Chicago. It's called Who You Are When No One's Looking. We're going to talk about the qualities that make up our character. Character builds on our calling, and those prepare us as we launch into ministry. Again, I'm a little new to this, so be patient with me, be gracious, but I'm excited about this journey, and I'm excited about this adventure. The thing I'm most concerned about is that you learn. So email me, call me, set aside time that we can visit when you need. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to make sure you are introduced to ministry. We're going to take an overview of ministry. We're going to talk about ministry. We're going to talk about the church. We're going to talk about the different aspects of ministry, the different facets, evangelism, missions, administration. Then we're actually going to spend some time and maybe even go a little bit deeper and talk about youth ministry, children's ministry, women's ministry. I'm going to have some videos for you to watch. Hopefully you'll be able to have some guest speakers so I'm not the only voice you're hearing. have some guest speakers that have experience in those specific fields. And even if you're not a children's minister, the reality is you need to know how the children's ministry functions in the local church. If God's not sending you onto the mission field, maybe in international missions, the reality is you need to know how that happens. What does the IMB do? What does NAM do? We're going to begin to talk about all of that. It's going to be a lot of information, but keep in mind, it's an overview. I'm looking forward to walking this journey with you. If I can serve you in any way, please don't hesitate to let me know. God bless.